Christianity is not a religious perspective in Paul, says he. It is the self-disclosure of Jesus Christ. What I want you to understand is this. In my heart, this is very important to me. Ultimately, people are not really saying, what is the answer? Ultimately, they are saying, who is the answer? What is it that politicians really say that is different? Every time a politician runs for elections, he says the same lines that the incumbent said when he was trying to gain the office. They are basically saying the same thing. What it is the people are doing, the people are not really listening to what they're saying. Maybe they're saying, this man will lead us to the promised land. They're looking not so much for the what, they're looking much more for the who. And my simple conclusion in studying Acts 17 is clear in the fact that what Paul is doing is taking them from where they are in the limited knowledge they have, bringing them ultimately to the point and saying, this God you're searching for, this unknown God amidst all of this darkness, I will tell you who he is. He is Jesus Christ, and I preach this Christ who died for your sins and rose again from the dead. The ultimate answer in the world of Aristotle, Socrates, Plato, Alexander the Great, and every person in this world, the ultimate answer to him is really the person of Jesus Christ. Please hear me now. Please hear me. People say religions are fundamentally the same and superficially different. My proposition is they are superficially the same and fundamentally different. Superficially the same and fundamentally different. What they say about religion, we believe about man. Superficially different, fundamentally the same. That's not true of religion. It's true of you and me, no matter what part of the world we come from. And two things always remain the same: the need of man and the power of God. And so what he really does is goes through his message, and ultimately he presents this. Please follow me now. I'll tie this together. As he presented this in the person of Jesus Christ, he described him in powerful words, captured by one great Scottish thinker. He says this: Jesus was the meekest and the lowliest of all men, but he was so austere that demons fled from him, but he was so meek that little children clung to his presence. Nobody was so half kind towards sinners as Jesus was. Nobody spoke more red-hot, scorching words about sin. He would not break a bruised reed, and his whole life was love. But on one occasion he asked the Pharisees how they expected to escape the condemnation of hell. He was a dreamer of dreams and seer of visions, but for sheer reality, he was much more real than any of the self-styled realists of his time. He was a servant of all. He washed the disciples' feet, but when he walked through the temple area there, he sent the money changers scampering over one another because they'd seen the fury in his eyes. He saved others. Himself he did not save at the last. Nowhere in history is there such a blending of opposites in one person.